What's up, everybody? It's me, Martin, and I'm here, like always, giving my opinion on the PS Plus games so you can decide if they're worth your time or not. For this month, November 2020, the PS Plus games are Hollow Knight and Middle-earth: Shadow of War. First, let's talk about Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a fantastic Metroidvania action-adventure game. It has a very interesting story about the corruption of Hallownest and the creation of the Hollow Knight. It also has a fascinating world to explore, with many interesting NPCs to chat with. The art style and graphics are amazing. They are unique and they really stand out and are just beautiful to look at. You have many different areas to explore, with many different enemies to fight. You can also increase your damage and your health and get new abilities by finding items in the open world, and it's just a really nice way of unlocking things. The traversal is great with you being able to jump and dash around and unlock different mobility abilities. And combat is amazing. You avoid attacks and smack enemies with your sword. It's simple, but the challenge makes it so fun, especially during some of the amazing boss fights. Like, this game has a huge amount of fantastic bosses. This game is an absolute masterpiece in my opinion, and I give it a very strong 10 out of 10 and highly recommend you try it out. Now, moving on to Middle-earth: Shadow of War, this game was a lot of fun. The story is about the war between the orcs and the humans in the Lord of the Rings universe, while also trying to find this thing called a Palantir. The story was okay, the protagonist was boring, and most of the characters were pretty good, except for your protagonist, of course. The locations you visit are all very different and very unique, and that's something I really like. Like, yeah, I like this volcano area, and you got like some snowy or green areas. But the gear is very boring. Like, I like how you get it by killing captains and stuff, but like the gear you get, it's all very boring and uninteresting. The skill tree at first is very messy and complicated, but overall has some really good and necessary skills that you need. And traversal is so much fun. With you running really fast and swiftly jumping across rooftops, you unlock a double jump later on, and it's just really fun. And also, I really like combat. You attack and you counter enemy attacks in this format, similar to the Batman Arkham games. And you also sometimes have to dodge specific attacks. You also have a bow that you can activate many traps with. But you can also just get headshots and insta-kill enemies, and the bow becomes very useful at points. And there are many different types of enemies, a lot of different beasts, and there's some people with shields, some people with axes, they got a stun. And there's just a lot of different enemies. There's also some boss fights, and I would say the boss fights are pretty fun. The game is also very decently challenging, and that makes it funner. But the best part is this system of orcs. You have all these different orcs of different personalities you can take down for gear, or you can recruit them on your side and have these epic, gigantic, warlike conquests where all the orcs you recruited as captains, you like take down a huge base with an orc leader inside. It's just awesome. I found those to be really fun. But the game does sadly become a little repetitive, like half in the halfway point. Because it's like 13 hours for me. I finished the game in 13 hours, and it definitely does get a little repetitive, the combat. But I still massively enjoyed it, and I give it a really strong 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.